My beloved child. Stop for a moment. Do not skip this. What you are about to hear is not an ordinary story. It is a moment that changed everything, and if this message has reached you today, there may be a reason you were meant to hear it. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Every word connects to the next, and the final truth is far greater than the beginning. There was a gathering where many conversations blended together, yet one voice suddenly made the entire room fall silent. No one expected what was about to be said. Faces turned. Hearts paused. Even those who had been speaking moments before could no longer find the right words. Your soulmate stood with complete honesty, carrying emotions that had remained hidden for far too long. What followed became a confession that no one present would ever forget. For a long time, people believed they understood your soulmate's heart. They assumed they knew every dream, every plan, and every decision. But they were only seeing the surface. Deep inside, another story had been quietly growing, waiting for the perfect moment to be revealed. That moment finally arrived, and when it did, every expectation was turned upside down. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The room became quieter with every passing second. Eyes were fixed on your soulmate, expecting a simple answer. Instead, they heard words filled with sincerity, patience, and unexpected emotion. It was not loud. It was not dramatic. Yet its impact echoed through everyone who listened. The confession about marriage was unlike anything they had imagined. Your soulmate admitted that many people had offered opinions about what their future should look like. Friends had spoken. Family members had shared advice. Others tried to convince them to choose the easiest path. But deep inside, there was one feeling that refused to disappear. No matter how much time passed, no matter how many distractions appeared, one thought remained stronger than all the others. That thought was connected to someone who had quietly changed their heart forever. At first, nobody understood who that person could be. Questions filled every mind. Some looked at each other with surprise. Others waited for more, believing there had to be another secret still hidden beneath the surface. And they were right. Don't skip. This is only the beginning. Your soulmate slowly explained that a real connection cannot be measured by distance, timing, or the opinions of other people. It grows through understanding. It survives through hope. It becomes stronger every time life tries to pull it apart. Those listening had expected practical reasons behind every decision, but instead they discovered something much deeper. There were moments when your soulmate almost convinced themselves to let everything go. They believed it would be easier to forget, easier to follow the expectations placed before them. Yet every time they tried, unexpected memories returned. Small moments. Quiet conversations. Gentle smiles. Unfinished dreams. They realized those memories were not fading. They were becoming clearer. The atmosphere in the room changed completely. People who had once believed they understood love suddenly questioned everything they thought they knew. Some lowered their eyes in silence. Others smiled without realizing it. A few simply listened, unable to interrupt because every sentence carried more meaning than the last. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Then your soulmate revealed the most unexpected part of the confession. They said that marriage was never simply about choosing a date or making a public promise. To them, marriage meant finding the one person who brought peace even during uncertain days. It meant choosing honesty instead of appearances. It meant protecting a connection that felt genuine, even when nobody else understood it. The listeners expected a name. Instead, your soulmate described a person whose kindness stood out without trying to impress anyone. Someone whose heart carried quiet strength. Someone who inspired hope simply by being themselves. The description became so personal that everyone present realized there was only one person who could fit those words. The silence became even deeper. No one interrupted. No one laughed. No one looked away. Because every sentence felt more real than the one before it. Don't skip now. The biggest moment has not arrived yet. Your soulmate paused for a long moment before continuing. That single pause created more anticipation than anyone expected. Every heartbeat in the room seemed louder. Everyone believed the final truth was only seconds away. But instead of rushing, your soulmate chose every word carefully, knowing that some truths deserve patience before they are fully revealed. And what happened next would leave every listener thinking about that moment long after the conversation ended. A single sentence changed the entire atmosphere. No one expected the next words, yet every person present leaned forward, afraid to miss even a single detail. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The truth had only begun to unfold, and what came next made the earlier confession feel like only the first chapter of a much greater story. Your soulmate looked around the room with complete calm. There was no hesitation left. Every doubt that had once lived inside their heart had disappeared. They finally understood that some decisions cannot be made to satisfy other people. They must come from a place of complete honesty. Then your soulmate quietly said, "If I ever choose marriage, it will never be because of pressure. It will never happen because someone tells me time is running out. It will happen only when my heart is completely certain." The room became absolutely silent. Some people exchanged surprised glances. Others expected another explanation, believing there had to be more behind those words. They were right. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate continued by explaining that they had met many people, heard many opinions, and listened to countless suggestions. Every path looked different. Every voice pointed in another direction. Yet every time they imagined their future, the same feeling returned. It refused to disappear. That feeling always led back to one unforgettable connection. Someone quietly asked, "How can you be so sure?" Your soulmate smiled gently. Because peace is impossible to fake. Those words echoed through the room. People who had spent years searching for perfect answers suddenly realized they had overlooked the simplest truth. Real love does not shout. It brings peace. Real commitment is not built on fear. It grows from trust, patience, and genuine understanding. The confession became even more surprising. Your soulmate admitted there had been moments when they almost walked away from everything. They thought letting go would make life easier. They believed silence would protect everyone involved. But every attempt to move on brought the same unexpected realization. The memories never disappeared. The respect never disappeared. The hope never disappeared. Something huge is waiting for you. At that moment, someone in the room finally asked the question everyone had been holding inside. So, have you already chosen the person you want beside you? Nobody breathed. Nobody interrupted. Every eye remained fixed on your soulmate. For several long seconds, they said nothing at all. That silence carried more emotion than an entire conversation. Finally, your soulmate answered. I have already chosen the kind of heart I want beside me. There is peace inside those words. There is strength inside that simplicity. And then, the biggest revelation so far quietly arrives. The greatest secret was never hidden inside this letter. The greatest secret was the courage it took to write it. Everything changes. You suddenly realize that this letter is not about perfect timing or dramatic moments. It is about choosing sincerity. It is about believing that some feelings deserve to be expressed, even if they take time. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The note continues. Every sunrise reminded me that another opportunity would come. Every evening reminded me not to lose hope. Every peaceful moment reminded me that meaningful stories are written one day at a time. Those sentences feel timeless. They remind you that every meaningful chapter begins with a quiet decision to keep believing. Then, unexpectedly, another folded piece of paper slips from inside the envelope. It is much smaller than the others. On it are only 3 questions. What if tomorrow becomes the day you finally believe in new beginnings? What if the waiting was preparing you instead of delaying you? What if this letter reached you exactly when you needed hope the most? Take a moment. Do not rush past those questions. Sometimes the answers are already waiting inside your own heart. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The final paragraph of this hidden note carries extraordinary warmth. If life ever becomes noisy, remember this quiet letter. If uncertainty ever appears, remember these peaceful words. If you ever wonder whether beautiful chapters still exist, remember that someone believed enough to leave hope waiting for you inside these pages. Those words remain in your thoughts long after you finish reading. But then, you notice something extraordinary. There is one final envelope underneath everything else. It has never been opened. Across the front, written in elegant handwriting, are only these words. Open only when you are ready to discover the one sentence I could never bring myself to write until now. No explanation. No clues. Only that mysterious invitation. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because inside that final unopened envelope is a single sentence. A sentence capable of changing the meaning of every page you have read so far. And once those final words are revealed, you will understand why this secret love letter could never have been opened on any day except this one. The moment you have been waiting for has finally arrived. The last envelope is now in your hands. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. For a brief moment, everything feels completely still. The world seems quieter than before. You slowly unfold the final page, knowing this is the sentence that remained hidden until now. The paper carries only a few carefully written words, yet they feel heavier than every page that came before. The sentence reads, "If tomorrow arrives before I find the chance to tell you this in person, let this letter become my voice, because every page has been leading to these words. I believe our story still has beautiful chapters waiting to be written." You pause. You read it again. Then one more time. Suddenly, every earlier page begins to make perfect sense. Every mystery, every quiet moment, every hidden note was preparing your heart for this simple but unforgettable truth. The greatest message was never about urgency. It was about hope that remained alive through every season. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As you continue reading, another short paragraph appears beneath the final sentence. When you close this letter, do not think the story has ended. Think of it as the beginning of a new chapter. Every meaningful connection grows one honest moment at a time, and every beautiful future begins with one quiet step forward. Those words stay with you. They are gentle. They are sincere. They remind you that some of the most meaningful journeys begin with a single decision to believe that brighter days can still arrive. Then, unexpectedly, one final message is revealed at the bottom of the page. Keep this letter close, not because paper is powerful, but because hope becomes stronger every time you remember why you smiled while reading it. That single thought transforms everything. This was never just a letter. It became a reminder that kindness leaves lasting memories. It became proof that patient hearts continue to believe. It became a story that refuses to fade after the final page. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Now imagine carefully placing the letter back into its envelope. You notice one final detail that you somehow missed before. Inside the envelope is a tiny handwritten note. It simply says, "Read this again whenever you forget that beautiful things often arrive quietly." No dramatic ending. No complicated promise. Only a peaceful reminder that hope is never wasted. As you gently close the envelope, you realize something extraordinary. The real secret was never hidden in the paper. It was hidden in the feeling the letter awakened inside you. That feeling of believing. That feeling of waiting with hope. That feeling of knowing that every meaningful story has another chapter waiting beyond the page you can currently see. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because tomorrow is no longer something to fear. Tomorrow becomes the page that has not yet been written. And perhaps, somewhere, another letter is already being prepared. Not to repeat the past. but to begin an entirely new story filled with kindness, hope, unforgettable moments, and the quiet certainty that the most meaningful words are always worth waiting for.